So today, I'm going to test the DJI Action 5 Pro video quality. So why am I currently using a Sony ZV-E1? Every other tube doucher on the planet with early reviews of the DJI Action 5 Pro already says it has good image quality compared to other action cameras. But what if it was compared to objectively great image quality from the Sony ZV-E1? In order to be fair, I paired the Sony ZV-E1 with the widest lens I have, the Viltrox 16mm f1.8 lens, set at f8 to match the depth of field. Also, keep in mind, at f8, I had to switch to the second base ISO of the ZV-E1, which is 12,800, to maintain exposure. This is a slight downgrade in image quality from the main base ISO, which is 640. Here, I am standing in my backyard looking like a D-bag tube doucher without a real job. For those of you who don't know, I probably used my DJI Action 4 almost as much as my FX3 and ZV-E1 to film fishing videos and footage of my family when a waterproof camera was needed. First snakehead of 2024. So naturally, I would upgrade to the slightly improved DJI Action 5 Pro, purchased entirely with my own money. The camera was not sent to me from DJI, or am I sponsored by DJI for doing this video. For the most part, cutting the DJI Action 5 Pro footage with the Sony ZV-E1 is quite doable, especially when filming in D-Log with sharpness and noise reduction set at -2. I will also compare it with the DJI Action 4 and want to quickly note how poorly designed the DJI Action 4 and 5 default cage is. You have to remove the entire cage to be able to gain access to the battery and SD card. Compared to something like the Ulanzi Cage, you can access the battery and SD card through the side. DJI says the new sensor is capable of 13 stops or so of dynamic range. Many tube douchers have said the image quality is better on the 5 versus the 4. Maybe that is the case in standard mode and DJI processes sharpening and contrast better on the 5, but I never used standard mode, so that does not matter to me. Other than the slight difference in color, the Action 5 and 4 level of detail to me looks practically identical, like most Asians you see on the street. Obviously, the 5 will perform better in low light with the new processing, but in normal lighting conditions, the 4 and 5 are indiscernible unless pixel peeping side by side. Comparing both actions to the ZV-E1 at a glance seems pretty close, but the fact that the Sony ZV-E1 has autofocus, and as I move closer to match the framing on the ZV-E1, the image is clearly better overall. If you are a piece of trash and film in standard mode on any of the DJI Action cameras, sure, the 5 would look better due to DJI's new processing. But if you are going to use D-Log and do your own grading and sharpening, you aren't going to notice a big difference between the 4 and the 5. But if you are looking to get an action camera to match your mirrorless cameras as close as possible, the DJI Action 5 is the best one to get. I hope this video helped you make a purchase decision. Like and subscribe. Until next time, lighten up.
Hey man, what you doing?
Editing a wedding video?
Oh my god, your wedding video? It trash?
What's that all about?
Your edit? So slow. Not enough sound design.
My beard means I have more wisdom. You don't have to do all that.
Let me show you.
Completely unnecessary.
Sign up for my wedding filmmaking sound design masterclass. Only $29.99.